Welcome, everybody, to Beyond the Abyss.
Woo!
Our Out of the Abyss sequel, our session 2. I am going to read the recap based on the notes that I took last week. The church, an abandoned warehouse, is where Dane is hanging out, and he's collecting tithes. Dane was offered 15% by Bree to work for the Fangbreakers. This is a good deal for Dane. I'm just reading you what I wrote, so it's gonna sound weird. Next scene. Tizkar gets sand and seashells to make money. I'll give you a proper intro. We just to catch everyone up. Hale wakes up in a broom closet by Meg. Tizkar and Danica return to Rosewood. They are confronted by Dane to be careful around his sister. They all go to the brothel. Danica says that she gets offered a job by Gaius. Rowan is playing music for money. Tizkar gets jealous of a googly-eyed patron. Meg tells Salith that Rowan and Tizkar are outsiders like her. Salith asks Meg to get more info. Tizkar reveals a wand. That's how they arrived. Meg suggests they talk to Julius, who's good with magical stuff. Meg tells the party the story of Fia and the Whisperers. Dane sees Bree having a good time at the card table, but is interrupted by Darkstar, who shares the news that a Chosen will be RSVPing to the tournament. Okay, so that probably sounded like nonsense. So I'm going to give you a proper roundup. So welcome to Zelatar, everyone. This is a city formerly known as Baldur's Gate, but has been taken over by the Demon Lord Gratz, because 100 years ago, the Demon Lords busted out of the Underdark, where they were rampaging, and just took over everything. So now we are 100 years in the future. People are living in the city of Zelatar, just trying to survive. And that is our party of adventurers. They're not really adventurers, they're just people, and they happen to live in a district of Zelatar known as Rosewood. And I'm going to describe this session more of like what the geography of Rosewood is like. We have our different characters. I'm going to have you all just give me a quick introduction of your character, and then I totally forgot we should play the little intro. So let's start with Hale. Would you like to tell everybody who you are?
I guess so. I'm playing Hale, who is... I don't think anyone has introduced their classes necessarily, so I'm not gonna say anything about that. But he is a little bit of a
Pretty princess.
exactly. I'm the pretty princess. And he's a bit of a brat that's been not exactly mooching, but like partially half working unofficially at Mother's Love as like a helper, not as one of the courtesans, and he's kind of close with everyone there. He falls asleep in strange places, as shown by him waking up in a broom closet last time.
That's right. He falls asleep for long periods of time. That's a T. It's Gabriel. Gabriel, it's just font. Speaking of Jizkar, would you like to introduce yourself?
It's one way to introduce
Hi,
him.
guys.
Blame
My
Gabriel.
My name is
Gabriel.
Tizkar. With a T, not with a J, because that's a very weird name.
That's what your
Hi,
bullies call you.
Yeah.
That's his name in the group chat.
That's what the fake breakers say. What's up, Jizkar?
Oh, that's how we get to our first combat, don't we? Okay. Hi, I am Tizkar. I am a very tall, large, hulking figure of a lizard folk who's covered in scars. He's dressed kind of half naked, but covered in this like bone memorabilia, and he carries this staff with him. Ow. I just almost pulled out my headset, but he carries his staff with him that has like a moon memorabilia on it. And he says that he's not native from Zelatar. He came here with his lifelong mate, a tiefling named Rowan.
Perfect. Dane.
My name is Dane Hexblood. No, I was kidding. My name, I'm Buff Lovin. I play Dane Hexblood. He is the creepy, spooky, lurking in the dark, waiting to find just where you are slipping up and collect a bounty based on your indecent crimes. He is a collector in Zelatar, which basically means that he is a debt collector, a tax collector. Anything that you do that makes you owe money, you better pay up in Rosewood territory, or Dane Hexblood's coming for you. What else? He's grumpy. He has a sister named Danica who's super nice, super chipper, super sweet, and they are practicing medicine and figuring out how to help people around Rosewood as well. Dane looks exactly like you see right here, except he has a long, giant trench coat and a very a seemingly very dark presence around him. He makes people very uncomfortable as he's walking by. People just seem to shy away from his presence. But
Yeah. He makes everybody nervous. But he's kind of badass.
Yeah, he's I promise you. I don't know what I'm promising you, but he's cool.
I promise you. And then you just let it linger. And then joining us, who wasn't here last week but is with us this week, Poof, do you want to give us just the quick and simple of it? You will get a proper introduction in game, but yeah, let everyone know like who you're playing.
Hi, I'm Boof. I'm playing Rinzeg. He's a Githzerai who fell into this world through Limbo and has been kind of working through making connections in the city as he's been pretty much locked here. He has his partner Hank, who pretty much helps him with anything tinkering, and he has like a lab underneath his house.
That is absolutely true. I'm just setting up some stuff in the background. I'm so sorry. Okay. Are you all ready to watch the intro, actually?
Oh.
Yeah.
Looks like we have an ad break in 2 minutes. Are we gonna
In
have time
2
for that?
minutes?
Yeah.
This is shorter than 2 minutes.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Perfect. All right, let's do it.
In the blasted ruins of a shattered world, only a handful endure. The lost, the opportunistic, the darkened. All playthings in the hands of demon lords. Yet, even in this darkness, a spark of defiance glimmers.
Yay! Okay, we're back. All right.
Wow, that was such a cool intro.
I wonder who made it. They are
Wow.
super talented.
Aww.
Super cool.
Super
You can't tell through the mask, but I'm
talented.
blushing right now.
I fucking love that intro. So yeah. All right. So last we left you guys, you all had a grand old night at the Mother's Love. As night whittled out, Salith drank way too much, so Azazel scooped her up, put her in a bed, left a cold glass of water next to the nightstand, and drew the curtains, the blackout curtains, and she will be left there to sleep off her hangover. Let's move first to Rin. You are up early, working. You live in Rosewood. Rosewood is it's like a square. It comprises of a central building that is quite large. It's very, very tall. It's called the Pillar. And it is a 22-storied building that's kind of hollowed out in the center, an atrium. And along the outside, kind of in the old city, it might have been something. No one knows really what this building was used for before the invasion, but now it is used as kind of this epicenter of Rosewood. Outside this building is surrounded by streets, and then bordering those streets are a bunch of really tightly packed apartment buildings, about 3 or 4 stories tall. And that's where most of the people actually live. And you live in one of these little apartments with Grim, your fellow Gith. Grim doesn't spend a lot of time in your workshop. He kind of spends most of his time either rocking on his rocking chair or looking out at the square at Rosewood, looking up at the sky, that strange and oppressive moon that looms overhead like a great black orb ready to swallow you all up. Sometimes he compares it to things he's seen in Limbo. He likes to talk about Limbo a lot. It's all he really talks about these days. But you are now currently in your workshop. What are you working on?
Rin is currently working on some gauntlets that he is creating to essentially kind of respond to a button. When he presses the button, basically the gauntlet will snap over his hand, and he will gain the ability to have lightning arcing through his hand, just kind of for a additional flair. Yeah.
You're working on this, and kind of in the background, you can hear him kind of bumping into stuff. Hank, the half ogre Gratz tiefling, he's large. He's got like a crown of 6 little small horns. Almost, it looks kind of like a crown. He's got little goat legs. He's got like blue purple skin. And he's like just carrying crates back and forth. He's decided to take it upon himself to rearrange your workshop for efficiency, for added efficiency. And he's been paying attention to which of your materials you've been asking for more often. And so he figured he would arrange it in a way that made it take less steps to pick something out. But every once in a while, he is very big and your space is a little cramped. You feel him brush up against you, which will kind of actually, I want you to make a sleight of hand check to see before. Wait, I gotta log in. I'm not even in the freaking Foundry. I'm gonna have you make a sleight of hand to see if his interruption causes you to make a mistake. Sorry, bless me.
Am I good to roll now?
I'm almost in. You can roll and you can just tell me what you got.
I believe they got a 13.
As you are slowly placing a wire in a very tight, delicate spot. You feel him bump you, and a little static kind of gathers and it pops in your face, completely melting together two of the wires, causing you to have to rip it out and reset it.
Hey, you tank! Watch where you're going!
Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I was trying to move the big box over to where the little box is, and then I wanted to bring the swatches over closer, and I hope I didn't ruin it, sir.
It'll take a little bit more time to fix it, but
Oh,
just watch where you're going next time.
I'm sorry. I haven't had breakfast. And I'm hungry, and I'm clumsy when I'm hungry.
Oh, well, I mean, we could grab some breakfast.
Can
I
we,
can
sir?
probably use break.
Can we? Can we? Can we?
Yes, let me check on Grim, and then we can head on down to Mother's and get some breakfast there.
Actually, I was wondering if we could go to the dining hall in the Pillar. They've got new street tacos, and I've always wanted to try them.
Good idea. Let me just check on Grim, and then we'll head on out.
All right, I'll go get my things. And he has like a little workshop jacket that's like too tiny for him. He like carefully takes it off and like hangs it, and then gets his little street jacket and he carefully puts it on. It's got all kinds of patches like happily sewn on there. And he puts on a little cap just in case it gets drizzly and he doesn't want to get his eyebrows wet. I just saw Kurtzy's face. I need to stop looking in your direction.
I didn't do anything.
All right. Yeah, you want to go upstairs?
Yeah, Rin will head upstairs and check on Grim.
Rin and Grim, you guys are like a pop group. You'll see Grim just kind of sitting on a really shabby couch, staring at a painting on the wall. It's a painting of Limbo that he made, and he's just looking at it the way an old guy looks at a TV.
Still reminiscent, old man.
I just don't want to forget what it looks like.
It's been a long time since we've been there.
We'll get there in a day, I know it. It'll be like no time has passed there at all.
You really need to move on. We've been here for 10 years.
I don't need to move on from shit. My mate's waiting for me.
I mean, you know that time passes differently in Limbo.
That's why they're waiting for us.
Well, I'm off to get street tacos with Hank, and just wondering if you want to join us, or you could just stare at that old painting for the rest of the day.
Bring me back the kind with level 3 spicy salsa, please.
You got it.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Tell that young lady Danica I ran out of eye drops.
If I see her, I'll let her know.
Thank you. Don't ever lose hope, son. We're going home.
I've lost hope a long time ago.
Cha! He does the little gith sound. And with that, you head out into the cobblestone street. The streets between the apartment complexes and the pillar are slanted pretty high to where on the western side of the pillar, the building, is at least 2 stories taller than the eastern side. So you are able to enter in on ground level. Ground level or street level, as you walk inside, it's quite busy. A lot of people live in Rosewood. This building is massive. It goes, you can look straight up and you can see like the glass on top letting in like the light from outside. When you look down, even though you are on street level, there's still like 5 or 6 stories down. And that at the very bottom is where the pit is, the fighting arena that the Fangbreakers put on most of their fights, where they make their money. That's like their racket. Street level and the couple of levels above and below it are mostly usable by the public. You have restaurants, you have bars, you have grocery stores and bookstores. It's like a shopping mall almost that serves the people of Rosewood. Every once in a while, you'll see Fangbreaker enforcers. They are the primary gang who run this place. They've completely taken over the bottom floors where the pit is and its adjacent floors is their turf, but they have a lot of influence of everything above it as well. So you'll see Fangbreaker enforcers just kind of posted every floor, a couple of floors, just to keep the peace, make sure no fights are breaking out. And yeah, Hank is gonna like clap his hands and skip over to where the food stalls are. It's almost like a food court in a mall where it's just a bunch of places to go. There's the signs are there. There's a lot of people in line. And yeah, you guys can go and have a snack. Let us slide over to Dane. You, Danica, Tizcar, and Rowan are waking up. It is a new day. You, Dane, don't have any particular jobs to go out on today. No collections that need to be done. But you know it's probably a good day to head into the Pillar to do some shopping, you know, stock up the pantry, check on things. You did hear a rumor that the Chosen of Gratz was coming to an upcoming tournament, so that's something that you might want some confirmation on. But before you all go in, Danica is making everybody, I don't know what you'd have for breakfast, boiled clams, because that's she gets a lot of clams.
Dane tries to sneak out behind Danica in order to go towards the Pillar.
You just want to sneak right out?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and sneak behind Danica.
Okay, roll stealth. Danica has very strong hands.
Yeah. Stealth. Ooh, 25.
Yeah, you slip right out. Her back is she's like facing the sink and is like rinsing off a dish, and she's just like humming a disgustingly cute Disney-esque sounding sound.
He knows
song.
all the boards and how they creak, and so like he avoids those boards to like jump out the window or something.
As you're like jumping out the window, she looks towards where she thinks you are, and she's like, Dane, hurry up. We don't want the boiled clams to get cold. And wake up Tizcar and Rowan while you're at it. And then she just goes back to, because she thinks that you're over there. Don't sleep in again.
Dane will head over to the Pillar and see if he can't find one of his contacts that is working the pits.
Okay, we will do that. Also, just for those, I'll post this in the Discord. I have posted this in the players Discord, but I'm also going to post this in the public Discord. I have kind of a layout to so you have a visualization of what this looks like. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I see it.
So I'm gonna put this in the Bhuta general chat for those of you who from that's you guys in the audience. If you want to be posting like gifs or following along or chatting about it, I'm giving some. This is like lore stuff. Okay, so you head on in. It's pretty busy. And you know that the Fangbreakers who would know a thing or two would be in the lower floors. So you, as you're walking by, you actually notice Rin and Hank standing in line at one of the taco stalls. And you guys make eye contact for a second.
Oh, Dane. Hey.
Rin.
Have you seen Danica around? My old man's missing his eye drops.
I'll let her know.
Great, I can always count on you. Did you want a number 3 with Thambachad sauce? It's pretty fantastic.
Maybe later.
Well, what you got going on?
I like give you a hard stare. I gotta go. Just walk away. I will also be scanning the crowd passively, looking for anybody who would be on my list of collections.
Yeah, you kind of look around, you see familiar faces. Roll an investigation.
Ooh. 5.
Nobody catches your eye, but you know that everybody is just one bender away from being on your bad list.
I like part the crowd as I make my way towards the southern barracks.
Yeah, they all head down. You go several layers down. The more you go down, the more you start noticing that there aren't just Fangbreaker gladiators here. There are gladiators from other parts of the city, ones you don't really recognize. They're kind of being herded around by their managers. It seems like there's 2 barracks on the lower levels. There's one for the in-house gladiators that belong to Gaius, and then there are like kind of like the home and away team locker rooms. So they're all being kind of situated, and you notice one of the Fangbreakers' main officers, Midas, who is a Minotaur, is kind of like directing. He's like looking down. He's so much taller than everyone else, but he's kind of like pointing, leading these other gladiators around to where they need to be sitting. And then down a couple lower layers, even lower, you do see in the pit several gladiators going through like practice drills, and you see just kind of the outline of Gaius observing as Bree shouts out orders, and they're like doing drills, and you can just see Gaius kind of like rubbing his chin and observing.
Is Midas closer to
Yes.
Bree?
No, Midas is on your floor. These guys are like 3 floors down.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I will sneak closer to Midas. And just like I'm not trying to be sneaky to him, but I'm just trying to be like inconspicuous. And then you just hear me say, Midas, wait. Plus some.
Debt collector.
I heard a rumor.
What, are you back in the Whisperers again?
The Whisperers are gone. We all know that. I did hear Chosen coming soon.
Ah, yes. Chosen. RSVP like that means more guests. More guests means more business. Gaius has us all working overtime.
Do we know why a Chosen's coming down?
Well, we know that those who follow Gratz enjoy hedonism. They enjoy entertainment. Seems they've taken an interest in our business.
What a Chosen have to do with fighting pits?
Entertaining. He will be bringing celebrities in his wake. Those who frequent the pleasure palaces, no doubt. It's gonna get real packed in here real soon. A lot of gladiators will want their chance to fight in front of such an honored guest. We need to
You're
make
not-
room.
You're not planning on being one of those gladiators, are you?
If Gaius asks me to be, I will, but for now I just train the pups.
Good choice. Midas, do me a favor. When the fighting starts and the tournament begins, make sure Danica doesn't get placed with anybody that can hurt her.
Gaius requests Danica be part of the med team. No harm will come to her.
What I'm saying is, make sure that the people that come to her are sufficiently injured enough that they cannot hurt her.
He kind of like, understanding what you're saying, kind of chews on his cud a little bit. His tobacco cud. And then he nods. I will make sure their legs are sufficiently broken before entering the med bay.
Midas, if somebody hurts Danica, someone will hurt you.
We'll see about that, little tax collector. He pats you on the head.
I'm gonna try and like disappear before he can even pat me on the head. I'm gonna try and like sneak away. Yeah, just like a Batman thing where like he goes to like pat me on the head and I'm already,
You're already
gone.
gone. Roll stealth.
Yeah.
Let's see
Yeah.
how much you can keep this up. Are you wearing plate armor, by the way?
Not currently, no.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Well,
I think that he goes to turn and he just catches the glimpse of you going, and then he just kind of shakes.
just
his
like sees
head.
the flip of my cloak as I'm walking away.
Yeah, he kind of shakes his head and then turns to one of the gladiatorial managers who I like. In my mind, this is like the backstage of a bodybuilding competition where you have
Yeah.
all the trainers and they're like little teams of athletes, and they're all in their little kind of like not their robes, but like their zip ups, you know, their tracksuits.
Yeah. Little tracksuits.
Yeah, and so he goes back and he's like kind of leading. Okay. Well, let's carry on.
By the way, I'm walking. I try and sneak back into the house
Oh,
again. Like I'm going all the way back.
okay. As you're heading back though, we're gonna cut to Tizkar. You wake up. You're in bed. Rowan is in bed with you, and you feel him stirring because he hears Danica yelling. And Rowan just kind of goes, Mother, 5 more minutes. Oh, that's right. There's no morning time here. Babe, are you awake? Babe. He starts slapping your chest. Babe.
He Tizkar just kind of like snakes a hand, kind of like snakes a hand like up
Oh.
and kind of like grabs kind of like his hand and kind of intertwines their hands. And he says, "If you want 5 more minutes, I'm sure we could take it."
Oh, not when we're guests. Honey, we have to get our own place. This is their parents' bed. Come on. He like slides out of bed and like puts a little robe on. Hold on, let me go put my face on. I just need to. And he'll like go behind one of those little curtainy things as he changes.
Tizkar kind of like, he cracks his bones as he's like kind of waking up. And as Rowan's kind of preparing, he'll kind of like walk towards the door and crack it open. And he'll just kind of call out, 1 minute. Towards Danica.
No problem, but just remember they taste better warm.
The door closes again, and Tizkar kind of like turns around, and he starts to like get his stuff on. He starts to put on his headpiece, and he starts to put on his pauldrons. And as he's putting everything on, he like takes the staff, and he's holding the staff, and as he picks up the longbow, he kind of gets like lost in thought as he just kind of like looks down and almost like stares at it and seemingly lost in thought.
Staring at what, his bow?
His bow, yeah.
Rowan will reemerge. He's got his like hair all moosed and curly a little bit. His horns are polished. He's got like a nice freshly cleaned doublet and some really skinny jean pants. Not jean, but like very skinny pants, really showing off his Twinkie curves. And he like slings his lute behind his back, and he sees you looking at the bow. Oh, do you miss hunting, love?
I guess, yes. But more so.
Oh, why don't you find a hunting job around here? I did see some of those. Oh, what are they? The Fang Breakers. They sometimes go out looking for beasts to put in their little arena thing. Why don't you join up with them?
I suppose I could try. Although they've mentioned the exits are blocked, no.
Oh, I don't know about that. You'd have to ask them. But that can't be the only thing that's bothering you. Love, what's wrong?
I was just thinking. His eyes kind of fall back to the bow. About. He kind of shakes his head and he says, "Never mind."
I can't help you if you won't tell me.
He Tizkar kind of like puts a hand on like Rowan's chest, and he says, "Inantak, I am okay. It is just
This place?
previous memories. I miss my tribe."
You can see his like face, like his heart kind of breaking for you as you say that. We'll get back there. We'll find a wizard or a sorcerer, whatever they have around here. Just think of it as a little vacation. Don't get homesick
Where's
just
that
yet.
vacation?
Oh, that's where you go away from home on purpose and have fun and try new things and meet new people like Dane and Danica here. They've been lovely.
I thought you did not like Dane.
I never. He quickly looks around at all the like entrances and windows and doors. He's like, I never said that. He's just very intimidating, which is good. You need an intimidating older brother if you're going to survive around here.
I mean, I think I can be more intimidating if need be, but
Yes, but not to the customers. Please, love. I need to make us coins so we can get our own place. I saw that there were a couple of units that they were available for rent. There are vacancies. And it's not too far from here. I think it's just right across the street.
As Rowan kind of like chastises him for like scaring off his customers, he visibly kind of like deflates and kind of goes boom.
Oh, don't
he,
be.
like,
No,
looks down.
look, I think it's so sexy. I really do. Protective, big, strong lizard man. It's so hot. But we can have nicer things if I get nicer tips. And I promise I'm not going to lead anyone on. I'm not going to take them home. That's what the courtesans are for. And gods know I don't want to be one of those.
I am not worried about you, Belantak. I am worried about them. But you are good at what you do. I trust you.
Of course I am, darling. This is your first time seeing me in civilization. I feel like I'm in my element, and I finally get to be the one to show you around instead of you showing me around the jungle, swinging through the trees, naked all the time.
You do seem more happy. More
He looks
alive,
guilty when you say that because he clocks your tone as being a little depressed. Not so much happiness, more familiarity, so more within my comfort zone.
Did you work at a brothel before this?
No, I've been to brothels, but I never had a job at one.
Truth be told, I still do not see the allure to it, but
Well, let's just say the attention of a beautiful creature is sometimes worth paying for to some people.
I suppose. But many, I'm sure, do not need to pay.
When something costs, the perceived value goes up.
Cost, value, coin.
You know what?
Whatever
Joe-
happened to the simple favor?
It's like, you know what? Coin is like a future favor in a physical form.
See, but why not just offer a... And he pulls out, like, essentially, like, little bits of, like, wooden, like, scrap that's basically carved in, like, an IOU that he used to give out.
This is actually a great analogy. It's just like this. It's just around here. They've decided to use metal coinage because there's so many people here compared to the jungles of Mastika. And so having something that lasts a little bit longer and for much more years and can handle the wear just is a little bit more efficient. But it's the same concept completely.
As Rowan's been talking, Tizkar has kind of, like, pulled out, like, a copper coin, and he's just kind of, like, looking at it. And he says, I suppose you're right. And he brings it up to his nose and smells it, and he goes, I do not like how it smells, though.
It's probably because a lot of hands have touched it.
Ah,
There's probably trace amounts of cocaine on it, too.
what?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of drugs in this town. Like, a lot of drugs. Did you know right next door to the Mother's Love is just a place where you can go and do drugs and just pass out for days? They'll take care of you. It's crazy. You go in there, you pay in advance, and then you go sit down on a pillow and do drugs.
Tizkar kind of, like, looks at Rowan and then kind of, like, looks up to... Is there a window in here? In
Sure.
this room?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so he kind of, like, looks out the window and kind of, like, takes it in. And he says, that is... I am not used to such a place where you can be seemingly safe. It is strange.
Safe-ish. Anyways, I'm
Yeah.
starving. Let's see what Danica has for us.
I believe she said clams.
Ooh, my favorite. And he'll...
Tizkar,
Oh, go ahead.
he kind of, like, hoinks. He hoists up his, like, his bow and kind of, like, takes Rowan's hand and they walk out.
before he does that, he'll turn, he'll like let you do a little twirl. And then he'll lean over and he'll kiss your snoot and then he'll boop it and then scamper out.
I do not understand that. As he walks out, he kind of just like calls out to Rowan and he says, "You have still not taught me how to waltz."
Oh, we'll definitely do that once we get our own place. We need a little bit more room.
Tiskar closes the door and joins them in the kitchen.
Dane, you start approaching the house and you're scoping things out. You notice that Tiskar and Rowan are starting to walk into the open kitchen area. Are you gonna go through the front door? Are you gonna sneak through a window? What's the plan? If you're talking, we cannot hear you.
Sorry. I'm going to try and climb up into my bedroom window.
Okay, give me an athletics and a stealth. And while you're doing that, J2C, your microphone is so low. I have you cranked to 100%, and you're still half the volume everyone else is.
Test 1, 2, is this better?
That is much better.
Okay.
Thank you. Especially
I got an
Tiskar.
18 and a 20.
I don't know why. That's so weird.
I don't know, yeah. But also Tiskar has a much gentler voice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 18 to
I
20.
got 18 and 20.
Sorry. Thank you. You climb the rain drain. I don't know, the gutter drain. You just doot, 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 doot. As you're like climbing up, your like jacket's hanging down. Your neighbor from across from the building over, who's just like enjoying some tea, looking out the window and smelling the thick, foggy air, just kind of like looks over at you, and you're just like, shh. And she's just like, you get inside.
I start making noise in my room and just go.
Dane, I said the breakfast is ready. Are you still sleeping? How much did you drink last night?
Sorry, I overslept. And I open the door and I walk through.
Oh, you're fully dressed.
Yeah?
Did you fall asleep in your clothes again?
No.
Roll deception.
17.
She narrows her eyes at you. She's like, okay, well.
I'm just a really fast dresser.
Apparently. All right, well, here's breakfast. Sorry this is all I had. It's because somebody didn't go to the store yesterday.
We'll go today.
Can we?
Yes. We should.
Tiskar, have you had a chance to go to the pillar yet?
Tiskar like looks up at Danica and just shakes his head. Just,
Oh, you'll love it.
what is the pillar?
She like points out the kitchen window and you just see the dominating Gothic building that just pierces the sky that is like right across the street.
It looks impressive.
Yeah, that's where everyone really spends most of their time.
Dane is eating the clams through his mask because it is porous and he doesn't take off his mask.
Just dissolves.
Yeah, just dissolves. It's just like clam. It's just like clam chowder chunks, and then just like gets like sucked into the mask. My dog found another squeaky toy in case you couldn't tell.
Danica's like, are your shoes squeaking again?
I'm like intentionally like creaking on the board, like a squeaky board out of nervousness, and I stop and I go, "Oh, no, we should. If we're going there, we should have we should armor up, and we should bring Brinzeg for backup."
Armor up? We're just going to the store.
You never know.
Does the pillar have a history?
Well, I know the Fangbreakers have been in charge of it for, over 10 years now.
Oh, and
It's
another
fine.
thing. You should bring eye drops along. I'm pretty sure by now Rinzeg's friend is going to be out of it.
Oh, Grim's out of eye drops already?
Probably.
Okay, I'll pick some up while we're in the pillar.
Right. Rinzeg should do some shopping. I'm sure.
Well, Dane, you know that you just passed by Rin in the pillar when you were there 10 seconds ago.
Yes.
You know
but
that,
I
okay.
also don't want Danica to know that I know
Okay,
that.
okay. All right, we'll stop by Rin's house first.
Excellent. I drop my bowl. I'm already done in like a minute, and then I like go to get my like chainmail and everything else on.
Okay, so you go to get dressed.
I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Okay.
On his chainmail.
Let's move over to Hale. Where are you waking up today?
Good question. Where did Zaz tuck him?
Depends on where if you passed out or did you pass out during your
let's go with
festivities?
you passed out.
Okay. You open your eyes. It's a little dark. You're laying on your back. Do you sit up?
Yes, he tries to sit up.
You sit up and your head smacks against the bottom of a bed and you lay back down. You've been stuffed underneath a bed.
Oh, okay. Note to self for the 17th time. I don't know why does this keep happening to me? All right. He like shuffles sideways trying to get out from underneath the bed, which is surprisingly clean underneath despite being underneath the bed. I think he's been stuffed there before is the reason.
You kind of climb out. You notice that you are in Meg's room, but she's not in there.
He quietly tiptoes out after like straightening his clothes and quickly prestidigitating himself. Because he's not really sure what time of day it is, and if he's been getting in the way of business, Mother will probably not be happy. So he's just gonna quietly slip out and look both ways down the hallways to make sure, or like get a feel of like what time of day it is, what's going on.
It looks, based on the activity, it looks like it's pretty early. It's really slow. There's a couple of patrons. They look to be maybe some of Gaius's gladiators having scrambled eggs and watching the day shift doing their little dancing. There's not as many girls on the floor this early. You do see, speaking with one of the other courtesans, Mother.
I think when Hale sees Mother, he's gonna dip back into the hallway a little bit and then quickly activate his mask, put it on, make sure everything's smoothed out nice and well, and then he's going to rather showily walk up to Mother because he needs to present himself with confidence, even though he is definitely wearing one of her clothes again.
I'm going to put Mother on the screen. There we go. You approach this 7-foot tall succubus with pink skin.
Looks up.
Her hair tied in giant cones, wearing such a fancy gown that is both modest and revealing at the same time. Somehow she's definitely more clothed than the courtesans, but she still just has this appeal, very intimidating in a way. She does have goat legs, cloven hoofs, a long tail with a little heart spade on the tip, and long, gnarled horns that twist out of her head, and strands of hair kind of like hang on them. She has these seals pinned to her horns, and as you approach, they slowly vibrate as if oppressing some kind of magic. She has intense jewelry and a big fan that she's just like kind of fanning and hiding her mouth and eyes as she speaks. And then she turns and she sees you. Hail. You got that out of my closet, didn't you?
Gave me permission.
I told you to
Wouldn't I?
stick to the gowns to the left. Those are last season. You can help yourself to those. That one I am planning to wear for some of the events happening in the pillar next week.
Okay, fine, Mother. I'll go put it back after I clean it.
Hayless, have you
Change into
seen
something.
Julius anywhere?
I have seen nothing but the underside of a bed since I woke up 30 seconds ago, so no.
Ah, yes, I had one of my girls put you there because you fell asleep on the bar.
I don't decide when I sleep. You can't blame me for that.
We'll talk about that later. If you see Julius, please let me know. I'm very worried about the little guy.
I haven't seen him in a day or two, actually.
He's
a little bit
probably scrounging through the sewers looking for bits and bobs as he does, but I wanted to have a
remembers to clean.
conversation with him, and I can't find him, and I really don't like it when I can't find people I want to have conversations with.
Do you need me to go find him?
If you could, darling, maybe try the pillar. And if you're there, would you also pick me up some tea, please?
Yes, of course, the usual kind.
Yes. Yes, and maybe get some of the lemon rose too. I've been meaning to try that. And get something for yourself too, love. And she hands you a little pouch, a very fancy like silk purse with coins in it.
He will tuck it into his sleeve and nod. Is there anything else? I heard from, I think it was Meg, that you were looking for me yesterday.
Oh, yes, I just didn't know where you went, and we are getting an influx of customers. It would be really nice to have my perfect little mannequin out front, enticing people to come here instead of the pit stop. You know the pit stop is a kind of dive bar that is inside of Rosewood, where it's like the other biggest place outside of the pillar itself that lots of people like to go to. It's a completely different vibe than Mother's Love. And they
hate that
do
place.
have the hot girls that like dance on top of the bar. It's like a Coyote Ugly kind of
Okay.
situation.
I hate that place.
Yes, I hate it too. It's so crass, tacky, and well, anyways, yes. It seems like this tournament that the Gaius is planning is bringing in a lot of business. In fact, I'm going to be interviewing some girls tonight to see if they will be working here for the next couple of weeks as out-of-town guests.
I mean, we do have the rooms. I don't know if Salith is... I faintly remember that Salith, or rather Meg's favorite, wants to be a gladiator? She said that rather loudly.
What? Salith, a gladiator, fighting in the pit like a common thug? Oh, that's hilarious. I really think she should think about my offer. I think she'd be quite popular here, but she seems to be too good for these gentlemen who find their way here.
That's why Meg loves her. He's her favorite. Anyway, I'll be off to the pillar. If you need anything else, I suppose
Oh.
make a list next time and hand it to me because I'm not going to remember.
Hold on. Serena, can you come over here and bring a pen and paper? And this beautiful siren with like green scales and like squid hair kind of glides over. She's like leaving little water puddles and she's like, I watch where you're dripping all of that. Yes, and please make a list. As she starts listing off the items, she turns, speaking of Meg, I know she enjoys entertaining Zaelith, but that girl needs to work. And this is an opportunity for her. If she doesn't, she's going to get into more trouble. And I've already stuck my neck out bringing her here, and she can't afford to waste her time. Zaelith is lovely, but charity work is not going to get her out of debt.
Would be a conversation best had with her, but I can...
So she likes you, and you can act like you're her friend or something.
Well, I am her friend.
Yes,
Don't
that's
think
why
that
I
bad.
said that. She like completely glazes over. All right, thank you for the list. Serena, you will have a couple of clients coming in a few hours, so make sure you rinse that off. All right, here you go. It's like spattered in very salty water. Smells
This
like
is a very
fish.
usual occurrence. So he's like learned that he needs to take it by the corner, fling it off a couple times, and then look at it, and then nod, and then hold on to it as he walks out, so that it can air dry first.
Yeah. You step outside and you're like, ah, but then a little drip hits it, and you look up, and the moon, which is normally this pitch black orb, is starting to be obscured by a light blue and violet swirling mist. It is just the clouds being lit up by the kind of blue and violet lighting of this city. It's becoming a bit overcast and it's starting to drizzle a little bit. It's like you can see your breath, and the morning fog is kind of thick, and you can smell it. You know, the stale, cold smell of morning.
He looks up at the sky just for a moment. He was like almost ready to face the day, and then seeing that it's clouded over, he lets out a breath that's way too big for his size and visibly deflates as he turns around and like darts back in, looking for around the bar counter for like the umbrellas that they keep for guests and such. So he's going to grab one before he heads off.
Your
to the
your hand
pillar.
lingers on a really fancy one, but you know it's made of paper, and Mother would murder you.
Yeah. It's just like, I really want this. I can't have it. Okay, I'll just do the normal one. Ugh.
All right, I just posted a screenshot of Mother in the character art channel. All right. I think about this time, Dane, Tizkar, Danica arrive. Rinzig, at this point, you've gotten your tacos. You're with Hank, but you're sitting next to... So the way the pillar is it's like the atrium is in the center, so the outside is like a walkway, and then the different building units, like the spaces outside of that. And one of those spaces is opened up. It's like a cafeteria. It's got places to sit if you've gotten food on that level. And I would say, Hail Tizkar, Date, you all kind of come in around the same time. And you see Rin, you're scarfing down tacos. Hank is talking about all his favorite ways that tacos are made, and he's like, I like it when it's got corn, tortilla, or is it a tortilla? I'm not sure. But then they've got flour, tortillas, and oh, Dane. It's your
Who's
friend.
calling me?
It's me, Hank. Remember me? You've met him so many times. Remember me? It's me, Hank. I'm Hank. Come on, we got extra snacks. And he points to this like bounty of food.
I am very curious to know how everybody around him is reacting to him being so friendly to me.
I don't think at first they don't notice, but roll an insight. This place is loud. Okay, so here's the thing. Rosewood is loud and dangerous. There's scary people all everywhere.
10.
10, it's too crowded. And you kind of dress in a way to kind of keep a low profile anyway. It's not like you're trying to have people notice you.
Dane will just walk over and sit next to them, I guess.
Ooh-wee, this sauce ain't no joke. Oh man.
Hi, Rinzag.
Oh hey. I
This is
I
Danica.
trust Dane told you about the eye drops.
Wait, what do you... Dane, what's he talking about?
I don't know.
Rin, when's the last time you saw Dane?
I think it was like
I like make eye contact with Rin and just like
Marin just kind of looks at you again and is just like, I believe it was 20 minutes ago, if I'm not mistaken, but my mind has not been great today. There was some accidents in the lab.
Something. She picks up a taco and looks right at Dane and just...
Rinzeg's obviously had an accident in his shop and is now delusional.
I
Or
did
he's
get
about to.
I did get electrical shock today. It's possible.
Oh,
I might be remembering.
Those electric
wrongly.
shots certainly scramble the brain, don't they, Dane? Oh, look, it's Hale. Hale! Hale! And then that's about when Hale gets waved down.
Oh. Hi, Danica. Good morning.
Tacos?
Hi, Collector. I'm good. You enjoy it.
Oh, well, you should join us for a second. Dane was just telling us how he absolutely did not see Rin 20 minutes ago because Rin was getting electrically shocked.
It is also
20
Taco
minutes ago?
Tuesday.
There was a lot of information that I didn't... Okay, I will sit down.
Looks like the gang's all here.
Yeah,
you're the
what should we
only
call
one
our
with
gang?
fingers.
The Dirty Liars?
The early birds.
The
The
Dirty
Early
Birds?
Bird Liars? Come on, Tizcar, back me
Maybe.
up.
Tizcar like
Maybe we
looks
should
at
wait.
looks between Dane.
Rowan
looks at Danica.
immediately shoves food in his mouth so he doesn't have to answer.
Dane like plays with his collar, then looks at Tisgar and just goes,
You haven't been looking under the rug, have you?
No, we have not.
Good.
He immediately exchanges a glance with Rowan. He's just like, oh.
Rowan is like,
Dane is intentionally staring at you and Rowan to avoid eye contact with Danica.
yeah, he's totally just shifting.
It's very
here.
obvious that he's like trying to like urge somebody to talk with him.
Is the rug code for something? Have I missed out on something?
No. Don't worry about it. It's nothing.
At this moment, Bree comes into the food court and she finds Rin. Rin?
Yes. How are you?
Fantastic. I have a job for you.
A job?
Gaius's orders. And she looks at the rest of the table. You as well.
Well, what is this job?
Just come down to the pit and he'll explain. Or I'll explain. Someone will explain it to you. It's important.
Who is Gaius?
What do you mean,
Gaius.
who's Gaius?
Gaius is the leader of the Fangbreakers.
He's my boss.
Big, scary hyena, tiefling, no bells ringing, lizard, no?
I do not know what a bell is, but it does not
Ski-
strike a memory.
Excuse him.
I look up at Bree.
He's new.
Alright, perfect. We need new blood anyway. You want a job, kid?
She's talking
Yeah,
to
it wouldn't-
Yeah.
Oh.
I know you're gonna do it, Rin. You're my favorite guy. And she claps you on the back.
It
Hey.
depends. What is the job?
Right, so we're having some issues with the sewers. There's been a bit of an infestation. We need that area for some of the new guests coming. We don't want there to be any issues, so we need to clear it out.
Invested with what?
Oh, you'll have to talk to Baxter about that. He's our handler. He's downstairs.
Tizkar, Tizkar has been holding a taco in his hand this entire time, and for the record, these tacos are tiny compared to his hands. So, when Bree finishes, he just goes, "Boom, boom," just like one,
Rowan
bite.
is like slapping you on the chest, like,
He like grabs like Rowan's hand and is kind of like slowly like puts it down, and says, "We will be there shortly."
oh, well, love, I already have a job. This is for you. I'm needed over a mother's love. You know, gotta play some tunes, but...
Tizkar like leans over and he says, "I thought you said you were fairly good with that." And he kind of like takes his staff and he taps a rapier that's at Rowan's hilt.
This is for show, darling. I don't actually want to stab anything. That's vile. Besides, I have a regular coming in. They wanted to hear some of my songs.
All right. Leave the stabbing to me. And Tizkar kind of like leans over and gives like a. They can't exactly kiss, so he kind of gives like a little like I guess like lick, like at the
Does
base
he
of
lick?
his like.
Little
Yeah,
slither.
it's just like a little like. Not like a, but it's just like a, yeah, just like a little boop at like the base of his neck, and then he stands up.
Oh gosh.
I feel like there's a
Boobs are
taco in front
smooth.
of, there's a taco in front of Rin, and Tizkar leans over and says, "Are you going to finish that?"
Oh no, go ahead. The Thumberjod sauce was a little much for me.
Dude, I want to draw a bottle of Thumberchod sauce.
Dane is going to pull Tizgar aside and go,
Be careful when you accept a mission from the Fangbreakers.
I'm right here. What are you talking about? You work for us now.
Right. I work for you.
Everyone in
doesn't.
Rosewood works for the Fangbreakers. Let's get that one straight.
It sounds like the pay is good.
Aye, it is.
But Tizkar kind of turns back to Dane and kind of like narrows his eyes. He doesn't say anything, but it's very much a continue kind of like look.
Dane takes a level 7 Gratz Hellfire burrito.
That's called the Asmodeus.
The Asmodeus burrito.
An Asmodeus burrito.
Shoves it whole through his porous mask.
What is he shoving through?
Is your mask
And-
made of like an ooze that just digests everything?
It's
That
porous.
was going on.
It's porous. He can eat through it. It is canon. I promise you.
Yeah.
And there's just like leftover sauce and debris on the mask, but it like slowly fades away, and he
Bree
just goes.
looks at you with pure appreciation and awe.
Dane just
Before
looks
it
at you
fades
and
away-
goes.
Once you start with the Fangbreakers, you cannot stop.
Not gonna argue with that, but yeah, talk to Baxter. He's got the details. I've got work to do. We are getting more gladiators who are giving me a little bit of a headache. So, good luck. Once you're done with the job, come see me. I'll make sure you're all paid. Gaius will really appreciate it. She says that kind of pointedly.
Bree.
Hale's going to pull Danica aside and just like, I know that the collector won't let you come with us.
No, I think they want me down there fixing some broken bones.
Could you perhaps take over the errand that Mother gave me? She wanted some
Oh.
tea and all that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, this is a
I'm-
really soggy piece of paper. Gross. Okay.
The siren. Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is? Is that mucus? Oh, God, it smells
Yes.
like fish. Okay.
It's better smelling than some other things, but yes,
You know, I heard she has a really nice singing voice.
yeah, she does. Yes, she also wanted to get if you find Julius, send him over to her as well, just in case you run into him. I don't think you will.
Yeah.
Thank you, Danica.
Where's Julius? Is he okay?
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Huh. Well,
Everyone
maybe-
thinks he's in the sewers, which is probably correct.
Oh. I mean, well, I sometimes take a shortcut through the sewer, so I can't judge, but yeah, well, I hope he's okay. You know, he's not really a good fighter.
But he's very, very good at squirreling away himself and whatever he's found.
That's true. He is a survivor. Good for him.
Yes, good for him. He's done great.
All right. Hey, Dane, do you have any more of that Asmodeus burger or burrito?
The plate's empty. It is
Ah.
completely demolished,
I'll
and
go
you see
get some more.
you see Dane just like single tear, like starts rolling down his eyes, and it just gets sucked right back up into his eye.
I like how y'all are eating after you had breakfast, but you
Mhm.
know, burritos
Why
and
not?
Taco Tuesday is so good.
Taco Tuesday.
Second breakfast.
That's right.
You
After-
all respect Taco Tuesday here.
After Dane
Yes,
eats the
yes, we
burrito,
do.
after Dane eats the burrito, Tizcar will say, "Despite what you may think, you do not need to look out for me. I have lived long enough to learn a few lessons. But," and he kind of like turns. I feel like they're kind of like almost like side by side, and so like Tizcar kind of like looks up to where Rowan's like starting to like walk away.
I'll like do a weird power move where I like put my like a knife hand on your stomach because I can't reach your chest, and I'll just go.
If you die here, you will be forgotten. I won't remember.
Dane is so delightfully dramatic.
Tizcar like looks over and down to Dane.
I love it.
And he lets it linger for a second before he says, "In time, everyone is forgotten."
Danica flops back down with more tacos and burritos and chalupas and says, "Well, that was depressing. Thanks."
I can't believe he found somebody to match his freak.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Wait, Tizcar, are you freaky?
He's like visibly confused, and he says, "No one has described me as such."
Rowan starts chortling in his horchata.
What is funny?
Nothing. Nothing.
What is
Not at
what
all.
is
Oh,
what is to be a freak?
I'll show you later, darling. But I do have to skedaddle. It was so nice to see all of you. I think the mother's waiting for me. I have to, warm up my fingers, tune the old lute, and he like, oh, don't look at me like that. You know what I do. I do my warm-ups. Anyways, he stands up. He leans down and kisses you on the snoot, and then boops it again. And
You truly are obsessed.
with what? You, darling?
He just like narrows his eyes accusingly. He doesn't say anything.
Of course I am. And then he
Just used to be
frolics.
Sweet.
He frolics away. He's really nice.
He is.
pretty smooth for a guy I've heard called Lixcar.
Tizcar
Oh.
just like slowly turns over to Rin.
Don't you mean Jizzcar?
No, I'm pretty sure
Hello.
it was Lixcar. Because he licks things.
I do not lick things.
We shouldn't keep Gaius or Baxter waiting.
I do agree.
So you all finish your meal, and let's take a 10-minute break, and you will all go down to see Le Baxter. So yes, chat. Don't forget you can join us in the Buta, the Beyond the Abyss public chat category in my Discord. This is where you can post gifs, like live watch it. You can talk about your theories. I post art of the characters. We talk about the campaign in between sessions. And if we do any like audience or chat events, like voting on stuff or all that, that's where that'll all be. So as well as any kind of suggestions for improving the stream or ideas that you have and all of that stuff. So yeah, I have to pee. I will be right back.
Hi, chat. What are we doing? Is it time to riot? I believe it's time to riot. Oh shit, that's right. We had a raid from Master of Dungeons earlier. Hello. Also, hi. Mike and Erudite, hello. How is everyone? How's everyone enjoying episode 2? And how are we enjoying the fact that apparently Gith are cowboy western themed? Very good. That's good to hear. Oh yeah, last week we had some people guessing what classes everyone was, but we never got anything for Rin because he wasn't there, so... Yes, Mother is wonderful. Mother's art is amazing, and her VTuber model is also amazing. Charlotte put a lot of time into it. Brokeback Crash. Oh no. Oh gosh. As a reminder, you guys can join the Discord, and there is a Beyond the Abyss public channel for all of the stuff that Scarlett has shared in terms of like character art and references, and also lore. The Dark Fox and you both chose to eat Korean for tonight's episode, but now we're gonna have to do tacos next week. That's valid. My cat is attacking my tassels. I am not. I wish I knew how to quit you. I can't do Lae'zel's voice, and I'm not even gonna try, but yes. This is... no. We need Poof to do that.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
What is up? I hope you all are enjoying the B plot of my character, which is just me trying to steal all of the squeaky toys away from my dog today.
How many have they found?
So this one is not mine. By the way, I'm like dog sitting for a friend. So like there's a couple of toys that they brought along that were just like thrown on my living room floor.
I did not realize
And
you were dog sitting. I see the little one.
I don't recognize it. Yeah, there's a
And
little
I
one.
see that Ghost is very attentive at the moment.
Yeah. So there's like a little dagger here. There's like a little stuffed eagle
Is that an eagle or?
that just randomly was found. There is a bottle of Toto's handmade podka.
No.
Yeah, that was just freshly brewed, I guess. And then there's this dolphin is actually mine. This is the only toy that's like actually my dog's. So she's just randomly been running around scouting the house and finding these squeaky toys. Keep in mind, I've had these dogs over for like 2 or 3 days now. Not even a little bit has she been squeaking toys at all. Just when I'm starting to record. Just when we
wants
started doing
attention.
Dungeons and Dragons, she's like, "Yes, this is the perfect time to
Daddy,
squeak
my
all of the
time."
toys." Yeah, but she's being so nice and so gentle and so graciously giving me the toys so I can hold them off until after the show. Which she will get all the toys back after the show. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, right now we're on the BRB screen, so they can't see our cameras.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't see Dane unmasked. That's good.
They won't
I
see.
see.
Tizcar
I see you like struggling
unskulled.
with it sliding down your face constantly.
Yeah, it like
It
rips
wants
and
to like slide
slides.
down.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen though.
Where'd
I
you
ain't
get that
gonna let
mask
it.
from?
Me?
Hmm?
Yeah.
I think Amazon. I got this like a long time ago. I just typed in like Punisher mask,
Yeah,
and
that
this
works.
came up. And then like it was just perfect for Dane's character, so I just adapted it.
If you
But-
wanted to, you could steal like from one of your old like masks, the like cloth masks. You could take the nose bridge piece and like sew it in there, and it might stay better.
Yeah, I have one that has like little ear loopies that I might use. But it doesn't have the skull on it. But I'm sure I can just buy one that has a skull on it, so I'm not too worried about it.
Probably.
The reason you can only see Mother and not the cast was just because I stepped away and I didn't want my camera on there, so I just kind of put it on. So Mother was there.
No, you guys can't see my face.
Oh no! Hold on.
You can't see Dane's face. Oh no!
You can see his 7-layer
Okay.
hell Gratz burrito.
Oh no! Not the 7-layer Gratz
Okay.
burrito.
Guys, what do you think of Mother?
go.
Look at this. Look at this.
He's eating without the mask. No, I'm not. I promise.
Oh, right. Gabriel was asking if they have questions about Buta. Where should they post it?
Oh, I can make a Buta question. I'll make that. Oh, that. Okay, guys, if you have requests for channels, you can request that literally anytime. I have no problem making whatever channels you want. And if I notice a channel doesn't get used over a long period of time, I'll just delete it or combine it with something else. So let me create new thing. Buta questions. There you go. I also put a watch party voice chat for those of you who actually want to sit and chat with each
Live
other
react.
live. Yeah, if that's something you ever want to do. Not saying you have to use it, but I thought that would be kind of fun.
Yeah, Taco Tuesday sounded really delicious, so I'm just eating my own burrito.
I had tacos
Had burrito
yesterday. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to bring you guys back on the camera. So
It is too hot in my place right now, so I have to undo the sleeves.
Mhm.
I have the opposite problem. It's freezing for me.
Oh,
Well, you're not wearing
no.
a shirt, sir.
Yeah.
You should get a long sleeve green shirt. I'm telling you, that would make so
That
much
would
sense.
look so tacky.
No, it wouldn't. What are you talking about?
The only, like I
People
said, the
will
only ones that
also-
I've ever seen were like really cheap and tacky looking.
Just a green
should-
shirt. Just any long sleeve green shirt. It could be one of those like shirts that Chris Evans wears. I forget what they're
Okay.
called.
Okay, so hold on.
Compressed.
Green shirt, right?
Just a long
Hold
sleeve
on.
green shirt.
Pause, and then combine it with that like Etsy scale mail, but it's green.
Yeah. But like just for now, like just having a shirt so you're not freezing. We're going into the winter time. It's going to be more comfortable. Your
Yeah.
thing isn't going to rub on you, and you don't have to body paint. If you wanted to paint just your face, you could. If you ever wanted to experiment with that, that would be an option. But yeah, you could just have like a long sleeve green shirt, and you're a green lizard folk, you know.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
Just be sure
Because,
not
I mean,
to
I
green
did-
screen yourself.
Yeah.
No.
I don't have green screen. I don't have that on anyway. Oh, I have to take. I made an art of another NPC and I haven't posted it yet. So let me just screenshot that and then I'll post it when it's relevant. I've been making so much art for this.
I know, it's so
I
exciting.
it's so good.
I'm in love with. I love your guys' characters so much, and I'm like I've fallen in love with this setting already, and I've putting my heart and my soul into it.
I love our character tokens.
Yeah.
Yes.
I couldn't find overhead ones that did all of you justice. So I figured I'll just do this for now. Maybe I'll make overhead ones for you eventually. But I want to do all of yours instead of having it one at a time. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to take I'm going to just save this for now. Okay, are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Rin and Dane, you know where to find Baxter. Baxter is a Fangbreaker who he's a handler, which means he works with a lot of the beasts under the Fangbreakers' control. Fangbreakers they're famous not only for their pit fighting, but for their hounds and their dogs. They're definitely animal lovers. Bree is always accompanied by this massive hound with a super droopy face. I don't know what that breed is called. It's one of those, like a kind of
You'd
like
have
a
to-
Droopy how?
You'd have to be more descriptive.
Like they have-
droopy how?
droopy how?
Like,
Are you talking about like a
is it like
Sharpei?
skin?
Yeah.
Are you
skin
talking about like
droopy.
a-
Skin droopy?
Are you
Oh,
talking about like a
dog.
mastiff? Are you talking about
it's
like a
mastiff,
bulldog?
like a mastiff, but I'm trying to find the one. Oh, okay, hold on.
Because like
I'm gonna
big dog
paste.
with droopy could also mean like big dog with a bunch of like a bearded look, or like big dog.
I'll show you guys.
I'm picturing bull mastiff right now.
Yeah.
It's like
I'll
this, but
I'll message
huge,
you.
but like much bigger. Like when sitting
Oh,
down.
Cane Corso. Yeah.
Yeah,
When
those
he's
are great.
when he's sitting down, he's like
dogs.
as tall as Bree, and Bree is a tall woman. She's like 6'1". She's not like there are taller, but I just posted it in Discord. Guys, if I'm ever posting images for the chat, you can find them. I usually post it if it's a character that's important. It'll be in character art. General chat, I guess, is where I would post stuff. I don't know. We're figuring this out. Is a big boy.
So something like this.
Yes, but with the layers and layers and layers of skin falling all the way
Okay.
down.
Yeah.
But that dog is handsome. Maybe
Right?
can we retcon
I
it
mean,
and just
the
say
dog
that's
is
the dog?
handsome.
Sure. I mean that's a mix between a Cane Corso and a Great Dane. So
Yeah, can we just say that's the dog? And his name is Handsome. That's what she calls her dog.
yeah.
Yeah, guys, it's in the general chat of Out Beyond the Abyss if you want to see it. That's her dog. So not only that, but Fanebreakers also use beasts in a lot of some of their fights. Like they'll pit a gladiator versus like a giant demon rhino, or other monsters. So they deal with a lot of animals and monstrosities. And Baxter is one of their handlers, the one at least that you guys are the most familiar with. Baxter loves his animals. He loves to make sure that they get the best food. He makes sure that they're always bathed and get their vitamins and takes them on their exercise. And when they get boo-boos, he stitches them all up. He's kind of got Hagrid energy when it comes to the scary, like he like wants to make everything his. He just is always adopting really weird and strange critters, and he has a lot of scars on his face and body because of this. Baxter, you know to find him in the kennels. And Dane and Rin, you already know where to go. Hank kind of waddles after you. And Tizkar and Hale, you can follow behind. Danica will split off from you and head over to the med bay to start her shift. But you walk into the kennel. It smells like dung and blood and dog breath and raw meat. And several handlers are just kind of just doing. It's busy in here, right? It's busy and it's loud. And you see Baxter, who is brushing a gorgeous cave hyena, like a dire hyena. I'm gonna paste his picture in the character art.
Well, it smells a little better than it usually does in here.
Hello, where is it? I need a producer to post all the pictures for me. Okay. Baxter is sitting on a stool brushing a giant dire hyena. He is a hobgoblin Yanagu tiefling. So instead of horns, he has a mane and furry ears. He's got kind of a mottled brownish color. It almost looks like a velvety fur on his skin. Very, very, very short, like velvet. And spots everywhere. And he has like a long bushy tail that's kind of swishing as he is working on this hyena. And as Rin makes this comment, he turns around like, who was that? Ah! You made it.
Of course I made it. I was asked to be here.
You got a little gang with you too. You're ready to go trubbing through the sewers, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't smell worse than last time.
Hey, it
Might
smells
smell better
like
than here.
heaven in here. Don't know what you mean.
I don't know what I mean either.
Hi there, pretty one. He kind of looks
Me?
at you and kind of like,
Who, me? Oh, thank you for noticing.
oh
But-
God. Why was that so rizzy? Hale is the Rizzler. Who, me? He's like, yeah, I think I saw you over at Mother's Love, looking really nice.
I always look really nice.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we're here for a job, not
Trying to distract me with your pretty hair. All right. What you kids know about Kuthrix?
Can I roll a
Yeah,
check? about that?
Actually,
Is-
of all of you, all of you can roll a history or a nature.
Is that a fiend? Because if it is, that is my favorite enemy.
No.
No, okay.
Dane and Rin, you kind of like go, ugh, simultaneously. Kuthrix are these reptilian insectoid critters that are usually crawling all over what is known as the Ruined City. The Ruined City is a part of Zelatar that has never been reclaimed since the invasion. It is just piles of broken buildings, rubble, and it's a wilderness of monsters, creatures, demons. It's like a concrete jungle in the literal sense. And Kuthrix are a hive critter that usually just kind of stay in that area, but once in a while will infest areas and become a big headache for everybody involved because they will like lay their eggs and they hatch pretty quickly and it's like getting termites if the termites were the size of dogs.
Oh, that will give me some experience testing some of my new inventions. I like
Right.
it.
Yeah, so we got a Kuthric problem in the sewers, and that's not going to do well when we got all these new guests. I know Gaius wants to clean out some of the place in there to make some room for some of the new visitors. I know a bunch of merchants are going to be coming and want to set up shop. Can't do that if Kuthrics are running around.
Why does this seem more trouble than it's worth?
I
What
thought
is it?
so too, but Gaius wants space down there. Doesn't want people getting dragged into the sewers by Kuthrix and infested with eggs.
I guess so.
Aye, don't you want your side of the street to stay safe? Doesn't your little sister go through the sewers to get to her? Oh, I'm not supposed to talk about that. Don't you know some people close to you that hang out in sewers that don't want to be the nesting material for Kuthrix?
I don't have many friends.
He like throws his hands up in the air. Well, guy's
What?
gonna pay.
I mean, if it's Danica, we should definitely clear out this infestation. Just make sure, she doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, now here's the thing. There's usually a hive lord. If you can take out that, the rest should skedaddle without a hive lord. They're kind of aimless. So if you can find their hive lord, get rid of them. Also, and he leans in and like looks around. If you find any eggs that haven't been damaged, I've always wanted to raise a brood of Kruthix. Oh, I think they'd be mighty ripe in the pit. What'd you think? What'd you say?
I turned to
Good.
Tizgar.
It's your mission. It's your call.
Tizkar is kind of like looks at Dane like, okay. And he says, it depends. How much more coin?
Oh, I think I can throw in like, how about 500?
For the record, this entire time, Tizkar has been like making like copper pennies.
Mm-hmm.
And so he kind of squints and says, 500 what?
Gold
His eyes get wide.
per egg.
I
Gold is higher than copper, just so you know.
Alright, that it is.
Gaius is willing to
You
pay
are
500 gold to clean out sewers.
No. I don't know. He's paying you like 100 gold to clean out the sewers. I'm paying 500 gold per Kruthig egg that you have
really believe in
directly
these
to me.
eggs.
Oh, I've always wanted to raise a Kruthig from scratch. I want to be his mummy.
If we're gonna do this, you should have it in writing, just so that Gaius doesn't come after us for providing it.
He's not gonna be mad. He just doesn't care.
If it gets out of hand.
Then he'll have me put him all down, and then I'll have to take him out to the ruined city and release him back into the wild, and it'll be really sad, but at least I tried.
We don't want trouble with Gaius. We would like a written deal.
Written deal will probably get you in more trouble with Gaius. At least you can just scuff it under the rug if anybody bats an eyelash at you.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Would you happen to have a bag of holding that we may be able to transport these eggs
Do I
to
look like I'm made of
minimize the
money?
damaging?
No, I don't have a bag of holding.
Dang it.
What do you think?
All right.
I'm rich?
It was worth a try.
I don't think anyone's
I
seen a bag of
believe-
holding in 100 years.
We will consider your offer.
I appreciate it. Look, if you can't, it's fine. Offers on the table. I just think that they would be a nice addition to the upcoming events. They only take about a week to hatch.
Where is the entrance to the sewers?
You know where it is, Tiskar.
Oh yeah, I do. Never mind.
He'll be
I
like,
know where the entrance to the sewers is.
he'll just be like, it's at the edge of, is it East Street? Each of the streets surrounding the pillar are very, very cleverly named east, north, west, south.
His car's like about to turn away, and then he stops and he says, "Is this the first infestation you've dealt with?"
Ah, nah,
Or
this
just
happens
recurring.
every couple seasons.
Reoccurring.
Well, sometimes one of them scurries in out of the ruined city, gets through the cracks.
He nods. Simple enough. Let us go. And he just turns around and starts to walk.
Do y'all follow?
I follow.
Okay. You approach the sewer entrance, which is covered with a grate. Let me.
I open the sewer grate.
You have to kind of hold it so people can slip underneath. It doesn't just stay. It's not. It takes a bit of effort. It's not like super super hard, but it's hard enough that you have to get under there and let everyone slide through. Let me get this set up.
I walk in after everybody, feeling accomplished that we beat the first challenge, which is
The door.
getting through the door.
Thank you, Mr. Collector.
All right.
Why is he galloping?
Oh, I have to give one of your tokens to the chat so that we can see. Configure ownership chat. I'm gonna make the chat own a couple of you so that I can always have eyes.
Rin's gonna hit Dane in the back and go, "Attaboy, Dane! Getting us in perfectly." And then you're gonna see this flash of light that's just kind of just encompasses Dane really quickly around his armor, and he's gonna feel it kind of strengthen. He gets +1 to his AC.
Ooh.
Cool.
It will not go away because it is a artificer infusion.
Oh, how
I've
long?
enhanced your defense, so if I die, it is active for a couple days before
Really?
it's permanent unless I change the target.
Oh, cool. Wow.
I don't know how to change my AC here, but thank you.
We will. Let's cover that together. So, if you double click.
Oh wait, I figured it out.
You did? If you
Yeah.
want to edit your sheet, you just have to toggle the edit mode. And from there, you can click on all kinds of stuff and adjust your sheet. Okay, you know what? I am going to put the map rolling thing in here too, so that the chat can see that.
While this
So-
is going on, can I attempt a survival check to track these creatures?
Yeah, absolutely you can. As you walk in, the noise of the street fades behind you, and a fog. It kind of is pouring in through where you came, through the grate, but is like kind of evening out. And before you is a long stretch, only wide enough for one of you, The taller ones in the party have to duck just a little bit as it's a bit cramped, but you do hear the sounds of running water ahead. You see a blue light, and you hear a little scratch. A little
21.
21. You start looking around, and Tizkar, as you start to see some of the little markings, you notice there's like a sticky, insectish, you know, when insects use their own juices to like make stuff, you can see traces of chitin and ichor covering some of the walls.
How old does it look?
You can't say. It's hard to tell. It doesn't look old. It doesn't look worn and on top of each other. It's just like maybe a couple layers.
Mm-hmm. Tizkar kind of like leans down towards this like stuff, and he like takes like one of his claws and like picks up a very tiny amount of it and like flicks out his tongue and goes, fairly recent, within the day.
I'm going to post a picture of what a Krithik looks like, because as you look around the corner, you actually kind of make out... Where did my camera go? Oh, you make out... Wait, no, I guess you can't see anything because you haven't turned around the corner. Never mind.
I would like to describe my armor, if that's okay.
Please do.
So Dane is wearing a chain shirt, which is just full chain mail. You notice that on around the edges, it's silver and shiny, but once it gets more towards his core, it starts to darken in a sooty dark. What's the texture? Matte finish. He is still wearing his hat. He is still wearing his mask, but he now has a sword and a board. He has his shield out, and he has his sword, which is it is considered a long sword, but it is slightly below the national average, and it is it's all about the girth and the width, not the length for.
That sounds like
Dane's
a Roman
sword.
like one of those Roman soldier swords.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
Very Roman-esque, but you also see that the pattern on it is it's very plain, but it looks like on the hand, like where the handle meets the scabbard, it looks like there's soot around both of those areas. Also, his chain shirt's under his cloak.
Cool. There's almost like your shadow is dark and scary.
Yes.
Dane, you do look ahead, and do you have dark vision?
I do.
You kind of notice a long shadow being cast in your direction, and it's just like little mandibles, kind of.
Well, hold on. Is that what I'm seeing? Oh yeah.
There might be one up ahead.
I'm gonna duck kind of like behind this. It's paused, so I can't move.
Oh, sorry.
But I'm gonna like kind of duck behind the corner from where the hallway we're looking down, and I'm gonna quickly like pull out like a little stick and pull out 2 pieces of flint. I'm gonna like just real quickly strike the flint together and strike a torch.
Okay, let me light you up. I wish I could do this with just one click. I know there used to be a way, and I don't.
As he's kind of striking the torch, Tizkar like looks up and notices the like Dane pulling out his shield, and as he's striking the torch, he says, "I'm interested to see your shield work."
Hopefully, you won't have to.
All right, you have a torch. You are currently carrying it.
Actually, before Tizkar finishes lighting the torch, Hale is going to stop him, and he's going to very quietly cast dancing lights. Instead, you probably want your hands free.
and Rin is going to also enhance his defense and touch himself.
Okay.
And light will imbue into his chainmail.
Let me.
As Tizkar looks around the the dancing lights around him, he says, "Huh. I did not take you for a magician, little one."
Call me a magician?
He like kind of like looks back up at the dancing lights around him.
That's so
Am I wrong?
rude.
Are you not a magician?
No, I've studied to be. I.
Oh, how sassy.
His car just kind of like shoots like the other two a look like, okay.
I have spent 30 years learning how to cast magic, not as a fucking magician.
Oh God.
And then what would you call yourself?
A wizard?
Wizard, magician. The magic looks the same to me.
30
And then
years
he's
just to
gonna-
do something like this, and then Dane casts thaumaturgy and changes the color of the lights from like blue to red.
Hold on. Okay, I'm making
Collector.
I'm making a dancing light right
Collector.
Mm.
You know I'm a drow, right?
Mm.
It's in my blood. I can do this at any time.
now. What is the light qualifications for dancing lights? What is it?
They're like a torch.
And is it like I thought it was dim light, not bright light?
It's yes. For 4 torch-sized lights. I pinged it in the chat.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to make sure I got this right.
It's 10-foot radius dim light.
10-foot dim. Okay.
Dane will respond and say, "Sure, you started as one," and walks away. Tower down towards the bug.
Where did
Once a
my
wizard,
thing go?
always a wizard.
What happened to my dancing light? There it is. Okay, dancing light.
You
I'm gonna make you own it.
Yeah, own that dancing light.
actually made me
Boop.
place and generate stuff.
Oh, look, a bug. Ah.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn off your light. Are you turning off your light? Tiz, car?
I guess if I have dancing lights now, yeah, I won't strike the torch.
Okay. Dang. This is dim light though, it's not bright light, so if there's things about dim light and bright light.
If you care.
Oh wait, there's 4 of these. I made them look like little spiders because you're a drow. What if they just crawl like little fire beetles?
I imagine more like fireflies or lightning bugs.
I'll get a better token for it next time.
Oh, it's fine. I just imagining lights actually having a crawling motion is unsettling.
Fire beetles are a thing.
I know they're a thing. I don't like them.
Okay. Can you move those around, those tokens?
Yes.
Okay.
I can.
You're in control of your dancing lights then.
Okay.
As the lights appear, you hear it. And it flees down the way.
Wait, where's the 4th one? Oh, it's down there.
Yeah, below you.
Okay. Well,
Tizkar looks to Dane after you.
I walk forward.
As you walk forward, you suddenly hear a very feminine scream. Ah!
Do I
Stay back!
recognize? Do I recognize the scream?
Do we recognize the scream?
I don't
Do
think
we recognize
Dane
the scream?
does, but I think Hale definitely does. Stay back! Stay back, I say! Shoo!
Can I? Are they? Can I tell if they're talking to me or if they're just talking up ahead?
It happened, yeah, up ahead. It's like around the
All right.
corner.
Dane's gonna use his dash action to like rush all the way over.
You rush over. Why can't I see everybody? And you see the screaming is coming from over here.
All right.
You see, backed up against the wall, a very small drow with a big backpack. And he's up against the wall like this, with his foot kind of kicking as a bunch of little, small, Kruthix are closing in on him like hungry
Okay.
little raptors.
Dane is gonna try and run as fast as he can to get next to that person, that drow.
Okay, once you get here, I'm gonna roll combat.
Okay.
So
I can't move my character because there's a spider over it.
Yeah, the spiders stop us from moving.
oh,
I think
Is this where they're? Is this
Yeah.
them?
this is them.
Okay.
But you're right
Oh,
here.
can
that's
just
that's them.
spread
Okay.
it. I would just spread out the spiders to light up as much room as possible.
Okay.
They can be within. They have to be within 20 feet of each other.
Okay.
They're on the other side of me. Okay, cool.
I'm moving stuff. I'm doing this fast.
Very good.
Sorry, I hear Leo making noises.
Uh-huh. Poor baby.
Whoa, what happened?
Oh, the spiders. Ah.
What happened? Why'd they do that?
Because I had them selected and it tried to move it.
Okay. Let's get you all in here. I am going to... do you want to get a little closer, Hale?
Yeah. I'm loading back in.
Okay,
It
okay.
crashed.
I'll move you closer. Tiskar, why do you keep getting pushed into the wall? Okay.
It's hard to move. Actually, oh, I might be lagging behind. Hold up.
If you guys need to refresh
Loading.
your stuff. While you do
So I was about to say, I kept getting moved into a spider, and I was like, no, stop.
We'll figure out a better way to handle that.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Surprise! Okay, let's put Julius here. There. He's like, ah, help me! Somebody, please! I'm too young to die. Again.
Hmm. Hi, Julius.
Hail! Hail! Hi-ho! Help! Okay, I'm gonna put y'all in combat.
I think that's what we're doing.
Yeah, quickly, please!
Oh shit.
Oh, that's cool.
The vertical turn tracker?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Is this your first time seeing it, guys?
Whoa.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
That's awesome.
Dancing lights are in here. They're not supposed to be, but
They don't need it.
I'll just roll
Do
it.
I roll my own thing?
Yeah, you click on your portrait and
Ooh.
Why am I called ignore? In
I don't
Why
know.
am I called
You are
ignore?
ignore.
You made it. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Oh, it's the old character sheet that I used to get stuff in here. Ew.
Oh, do I need to put on a different token for you?
No, it's
Just need
weird
to
because
update the name.
yeah, but
know,
it's
I-
a completely it's weird.
It's because you had to change your token name too. You
Oh,
had to
that's
go in.
why.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
I can
change
do that
it.
pretty easily.
Displayed name. His card. There.
Thank you.
Julius. Go ahead and roll hail.
Oh, did it need to re-roll?
I don't know. It's just not rolled for you.
Okay.
There we go. Let me get the dancing light out of here.
Wow, I rolled so badly.
Okay. So weird that you look all fun. Okay. Julius is first. He spends his turn cowering. First, the Kruthix. The Kruthix. Is it Kruthic or Kuthric? Kruthic is coming at poor wee little Julius and gives him a little stab with his mandibles. And it hits. Oh, this is different. They like updated the character sheet. Interesting. Okay, cool. Let's see who's next. Oh, all of them go. Oh my gosh. Okay. This one turns, sees Dane, and hisses and is going to try to stab Dane. Misses terribly.
Dane just puts his shield down and blocks it.
It like doesn't even register. Okay. This guy rushes up to Julius, and because it is now close to one of its buddies, it gains pack tactics and attacks with advantage. Oh, poor Julius. You just hear him go, ouch! Stop it! Stop it! This one runs over to Dane and attacks with advantage. Not the dancing light. Get out of here. I didn't mean to dancing light it. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Does a 23 hit you, Dane?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. You are going to take 4 piercing damage.
Dane doesn't seem to even register it, but as like the thing pierces through his armor and hits his skin, you just see the chainmail fire erupt through the chainmail into whatever the stinger or whatever is hitting him, and the creature gets blasted back away from his skin in a hellish rebuke.
Nice. Go ahead and roll that.
Where is it? There it is.
Hellish rebuke.
Oh, let me target the guy. It was the one on the bottom, right?
Yeah, it's this one.
All right. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the character sheet again.
First combat in like 3 months since the showdown.
DC 13 dex saving throw for him.
Okay. It almost got a nat 20.
Ooh.
Almost got a nat 20, but it didn't. Okay. Roll the damage.
Natural. Yeah. 2d10. 17 fire damage. Just
This thing just evaporates. This guy goes. Rin.
Rin is going to dart out into the middle of the field. Pardon me, Dane. Gotta save someone.
You are
And he's
going
going-
to get an attack of opportunity on you
That's fine.
as you. Okay. Let's. Oops. Hold on. Go on. Does a 19 hit you?
19 does hit me.
Okay. Let me make sure you're targeted appropriately. You are gonna take 7 piercing damage as you feel it nip at your feet.
Okay. That tickled. And he just kind of runs up and he goes, "All right, time to press the button." And he pushes his button on his hand, and you see this copper gauntlet just lock all over his arm and start emanating electricity. And he is going to thunder gauntlet that one.
Okay.
Thunder gauntlet.
Gauntlet.
Pikachu, I choose you. Undergauntlet.
Careful, you're gonna get a patent strike.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, trying to find it.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Not here. Oh, it's here. Okay.
Okay, when a creature you can see... Oh, that's something else. Each of the armor... Dane, you're confusing me.
12 to hit.
Okay, 12 to hit. That is a miss. Your electricity crackles around its carapace, but doesn't make it through the cracks.
Dang. All right. Well, I guess it's time to boost my health. And he go ahead. He does a Guardian Armor defensive field and gains 3 temporary hit points.
Cool. Okay. Tizcar.
Tizcar is gonna kind of go down in almost like a runner's position, and as he does, like the muscles in his legs tenses as he lets out a hiss, and then he just fucking darts forward, and almost like Tizcar is a big guy, but the way that he kind of contortionists himself around Hale and Dane is honestly kind of impressive. Of how like big a guy like that can like be so dexterous. As I'm gonna bonus action Zephyr Strike.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna boom, run into here.
Okay.
And as he comes back down, he's gonna just kind of reach behind. He's had like a little tiny quiver full of like bone arrows, and he's just gonna bring up his bow, quickly notch one, and he's gonna aim and fire it at the one closest to Julius.
Okay.
And as he does, he just says, "Ren duck."
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Target. This is at advantage from Zephyr Strike.
Okay. That is a hit.
Plus 1d8 from Zephyr Strike's force damage.
Your arrow
14.
pierces right through its carapace as it squeals and dies.
He like pins it to the wall with the arrow.
Yeah.
And I have the Horde Breaker feature, which allows me to make a second attack against a target within 5 feet of that one. So he's immediately going to grab another one and just immediately let loose another arrow at the other one that's next to Rin.
Oh, sick. Oh, wow. That's really cool. I've never seen that before. What is that from?
That is from...
That's
The-
Base
the-
Ranger, right?
I've never seen
No,
that
it's
before.
from... I actually don't know what it's from, but it's from
Hunter?
something.
Is this the
Yeah.
new Hunter?
I don't know. I've never played a ranger. I've never
I'm
interacted
pretty
with
sure
a
that
ranger
was
subclass
part of the
before, so
Hunter
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that
Yeah,
they
Horde
have like
Breaker is
Giant
base
Slayer,
base.
and then they have like Horde Breaker
Oh.
as like two different base
That's
things.
cool. Yeah, go ahead and roll. I've never seen that before. That is a miss.
Bad.
That was cool, though. I didn't know you could do that. Excellente. Cool. Is that all you'd like to do?
Yeah, he goes to like shoot the second arrow, and it just kind of snaps in his quiver.
Oh.
And you hear him hiss as he just kind of like throws the arrow aside and goes to grab another.
All right. As you do that, Dane, it is now your turn.
Dane is going to take issue with the buggy boy above him,
Mm-hmm.
and he is going to do a little stabby with him.
Stabby, 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 stabby.
So he is going to attack.
That is definitely not a hit.
8.
It easily leaps out of the way like a dexterous cockroach lizard.
Dane,
Looks at you.
as Dane does like a stab, he also points his shield over towards this dude over here. Forget his name.
Julius.
Julius. And he's gonna bonus action cast a divine or a shield of faith on him.
Ooh.
Let
me see if I can
so
pop
you will
that
see
on.
you will see like a spark of green shoot across towards him, and then just like a green like glowy film surrounds his body.
Ooh, that automatically added. What?
Yeah, I targeted him. That's my turn. Oh wait, no, I actually move out of the way. Sorry.
As you
I will
look at him,
move to like right here.
As you do that, you kind of get a good look at his face. You've seen this person before. You were never close to them. You never had a conversation really ever, but this was a little drow that was always hanging around Fia, kind of hiding behind her legs. Always like taking notes for her, running errands for her. Always like, mistress, mistress. And that's kind of where you've seen this person before.
It's my turn.
Okay. You haven't seen much of him though since everything went down. Okay. This guy takes a bite at the closest thing to him. And does it with advantage from the pack tactics. And misses. Double 8s. It tries to bite at your leg, but it gets the boot instead, and you're able to like wriggle your foot free. Rin, so you're good. Helis.
Very quickly, are the ones with the skulls dead?
Yes.
Okay. Hale will gingerly, but also like fairly quickly pick his way through and step right here. He's going to, as he turns around, he's going to, from his waist, flick out a whip and cast Green Flame Blade at the same time, aiming for the one that's right next to him.
Okay.
So cast. That's fine, and then I just sweep.
What does this look like? That is a hit.
Okay, so as he flicks it from his waist sort of forward, the whip, it fully extends, and a sickly sort of greenish yellow glow envelops the blade, the whip, and then you sort of see it go following the trajectory of the whip, and then it lightly taps, but then jumps to the insect creature, and then as it pierces through it, it immediately leaps across behind Hale to the one that's right here.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So normal. So this is the one that hit normally, and the Green Flame Blade first one. Why does it do 0? It should not be.
It just was 0. Yeah, what is it supposed
Yeah, that's
to
really
be?
weird. It's 1d8 plus. No.
Wow, real impressive, wizard.
This is really confusing.
Yeah,
'Cause-
hold on.
So Green Flame Blade changed, is why I'm having to reread this.
Okay, it has to be within
Oh no,
5
it's
feet of
within
it.
5 feet of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, it switched then.
I
So
mean,
it's 5 feet.
it's been like that
That's
at
fine.
least for 5th edition.
Right. I'm getting it confused with a different thing.
Gotcha.
I don't see what the damage is at 1st level. Equal to my spellcasting ability modifier, which is +4. So it's 4 damage plus the 10.
It burns to a crisp. It smells a little
Perfect.
tasty. It smells like barbecue. So it smells like the kind of barbecue you might have in Menzo Berenzon, actually.
Hale just flicks his wrist and recoils the whip and turns around.
Your sleeves go. Whew.
Everything about him is very flowy
Mm-hmm.
as he spins in
Little
place.
spin. The skirt goes up and then down. Okay. Julius, who now has been bolstered by Dane, kind of looks down at himself and he's like, I feel powerful. Yeah, I could do this. And he takes what looks to be like a little pickaxe and he's gonna, it says claw, but it's a pickaxe. It's gonna attack this. Oh, come on. There we go. It's gonna attack. And he gets a nat 1. He goes, oh! It's squished! It's like a bug! I don't like bugs! No. Wait, does he have multi-attack? Yeah, he does. Hale, do you want to encourage him to try again?
Julius, the sooner you finish crushing the rest of them, the sooner I can clean it off of you, and then we can get out of this.
Okay,
Stupid
fine.
sewers.
He's gonna close his eyes and try again. He gets close. He like picks into the ground and it dodges to
Wait,
the
which
side.
one is he targeting?
This one.
Is he targeting this one? He gets. Since I have a whip, I have reach, so he is technically flanking.
Oh,
If you want to do that.
oh, okay. In that case, what did he roll? He rolled his 14 would have hit. Okay, he'll hit. It tries to dodge, but your whip flicks it back into place. He comes crashing down on it. His eyes are closed, and it squirts, and green ichor just it burns a little bit, not enough to cause damage, but it's kind of acidic. You realize,
Good job, Julius.
it dies. There's only one left, and he goes, "I did that! I did that! I'm so proud." This
It can
last
come later.
one gets kind of scared and turns around and is going to try to run. Rin, would you like to use your attack of opportunity to smush it?
Oh yes.
Okay, go ahead.
You see Rin like fiddling with the electrical wires I messed up when Hank bumped him, and it like fixes it and tries to swing. Let's
Go for it.
and that's just a normal, right?
Yep. I'm posting a screenshot of Julius in the character art channel.
You see Rin just swing up his arm, like really wound up, and just absolutely hits this bug.
Roll damage. Is that... No, that's not max, but it's close.
He Hits
Hell
him for
yeah.
10.
This thing gets electrocuted and dies. All the bugs
What?
are defeated.
Are there any eggs? Does anyone see eggs?
Eggs? Eggs? Oh, hi-ho. Yeah, I found lots of eggs, actually. I was just coming back to tell you. Hale, you're awake.
No thanks to you, but yes.
What was that supposed to mean? I put you somewhere safe.
You put me under a bed.
I did not. I put you in a closet.
Oh, that time.
Yeah. You know.
You
a
put me
nice-
next to a dirty mop.
Oh, wait. No. I put you in Mother's closet. Oh, maybe she moved you. Oops. Oh, don't look at me like that. I was just looking around for some stuff, and good thing you came.
Now, where are these eggs?
Oh, they're around the corner, down. It's kind of dangerous, though. Here.
I am the danger.
Oh, dear, look. Oh, yeah, it's you. Hi-ho. Long time no see.
Show us to the eggs.
Yeah, sure. How's how are the Fang Breakers?
Walk towards the eggs.
Always a pleasure. And he starts toddling over. I just looked at the time. I think this is actually where we are going to call it, unless you all have like parting things you want to say or do.
Eggs. That's it.
Hale
Oh.
will come up behind Julius and sort of pat him on the head, though. Just like, he's been kind of hard on him, but he's like,
He kind of
glad we're
like
okay.
he like does a little and smiles. As he smiles, you see his two pointy little teeth and a twinkle in his red eyes as
Red
Julius,
eggs.
his red eggs, as Julius, known to most, but maybe not to someone like Tizkar who's never met him truly, that this is a little vampire spawn. Who is squeamish around gore. But that's because Julius is harmless and he's a sweet boy and we love him. All right. Good job, everybody. Have you been JTC, I've been seeing your lips move, but I haven't heard a sound.
You're
I've
muted.
been muted. Oh well.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Have you been talking? Okay. I want to hear
I
what you
talked a little bit.
Damn it.
I after you said he's a vampire, I said Tizkar's eyes widen.
Yeah, he'll see his little things. He's so skinny. You thought Rowan was skinny? This drow, he's a drow, looks young. Like maybe just barely older than a teenager. And his countenance is very young. Like
As he like walks past, as like Dane scares the shit out of him and he starts to like walk past, his car reaches out and like catches the pickaxe. And as he just kind of like he just takes like his thumb and wipes away like the acidic blood from the creature, and he says, "Do not let the blood eat away at the pickaxe."
oh, right. Acid. I knew that. And he like takes
And
it.
it's at that time he kind of like squints and like notices the little teeth, the little teethies, and like the red, and he like kind of like squints down and he's like looking, almost like befuddled, and he says,
Oh, is there something on my face?
and he kind of just like stares for a minute.
Hale, is there something on my face?
Hale will step between him and Tizkar and look up at Tizkar. Is there a problem? What are you doing with my gopher?
I'm your gopher now? He looks so proud. I knew you'd come around.
Tizkar's like he kind of like his mouth like opens once or twice before he kind of finds his tongue, and he just very plainly says, "Are you a vampire?"
Spawn, not a true vampire. My mistress isn't around anymore, and I'm just a spawn. A spawn without a master. It's unorthodox, really, but here we are.
His car like kind of like gets down like kind of like on Hale's level, and for the first time you see like genuine interest in on like starts to cover his face as his eyes widen. He says, "So the legends are true.
Can't
Legend.
have
What is it
him.
like? I do not want him.
What? What? I am not for sale. I know lots of people are, but I am not.
I am not in the business to trade, if that's your worry. But what is it like?
What
Do
is?
you feel the hunger?
Oh, yeah. I'm hungry all the time. I just I don't like to bite people who are alive still, 'cause that's mean, and I don't. It's mean, so I just kind of take what I can get in the least harmful way possible.
Ah. So do you sate your hunger through beasts? Demons?
Oh, this and that. He kind of gives a glance over at Hale, like a nervous look, and then looks back. People who don't need their blood anymore.
This is a conversation to be had elsewhere, not you kneeling in the sewers. If that's what you like, Tizkar, I'm not going to stop you, but we should be getting the eggs and then leaving. Mother's looking for you, by the way.
Oh, no. Oh, that's right. I haven't checked in. Look. I was exploring, and I found something kind of interesting, and I hyper-focused a little bit, and then I found some secret passages, and there was some dark magic, and then I thought about what Miss Fia said, and then I just couldn't help myself, and then, well, now here we are, and here you are. Yeah.
You
So
had
you
me
know
at
exactly
interesting
what you do.
things.
Well, he kind of looks at you, Rin. Julius did not join the Fangbreakers like the other Whisperers did. And so every time he looks at you, he looks kind of sad. Fia was his master, and Fia was murdered by Gaius when the Whisperers took over the Fangbreakers. And even though Fia's second in command, another Whisperer, like the officer of the Whisperers, encouraged all of you to join Gaius because it was the smart thing to do. Julius ran like he didn't want to. He kind of like went off and did his own thing, and you can tell there's a lot of like hurt in his face every time he looks at you, and Dane actually. But he won't say anything because he's kind of cowardly.
Here up, we'll get those eggs.
What do you need them for?
Dane casts thaumaturgy to make his eyes burn red,
Jesus.
and just looks at Julius and just says,
Enough stalling. What's your angle? Show us to the eggs now.
Right. Sorry, didn't mean to get in the way of your business. This way. Hell, that dress looks really nice on you.
Mother wants me to give it back.
Of course she does. That's one of her favorites. How dare you? Boop, boop, boop. Okay.
It's one of my favorites too.
Cool. I'm really excited that I got to show those VTuber models off. I can't wait to make the rest of them on the camera. We're gonna do our golden buzzers, and I wanted to know, chat, how do you like seeing the animated NPC? Does that like help? Were you able to like hone in and get immersed? Because that was fun. Let's do some golden buzzers. Who wants to go first?
I guess I will. I think it goes to Hale for the thanks for noticing comment. Because that was so perfectly timed. Holy shit.
Hale is a pretty princess.
Our pretty princess Twink, and we love him.
Thanks for noticing.
Um, thanks for noticing. Julius's animation, I have to add this. He's gonna have this with his hands come up for some of his talking. So just wait. He's gonna be like, who wants to go next?
I want to give mine to Dane for the entire trying to do the funny Batman slink away thing, but definitely not quite making it. And then like trying to intimidate Rin into saying like, you didn't see me, but Rin didn't quite acknowledge that. So.
I loved that. Dane? Buff?
I want to give mine to Tisgar. I don't know why, but for some reason licking the like goop off of things is something that is so slapstick comedy, so funny to me, and like definitely a Tisgar thing to do. So I don't know. I like
Poof.
I'd like to give mine to Buff, just because of the Danica and his interaction at the taco shop. That was pretty funny.
I like how Dane's trying to get people to lie to his sister for him.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I definitely think that like Dane's gonna get in trouble like after when he returns home because he's just like Danica's actually the one in charge, but people don't realize.
She is going to be like, why did you lie? Like, you're allowed to leave the house when you want to leave. Like, what was the point? I'm supposed to trust you. But, yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for playing. I'm going to cut you short. Are we good for next week?
Yeah.
Yay!
I think so.
And shout out to Salith, who had a migraine today. We miss you, baby. You guys are in a good spot, though. She would easily be able to rejoin you. Mother's gonna be like, go out and find my boys. Or, no, go out and find my boys. All right, guys. Take care, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Hold on. Let me get over to my screen. Okay, guys, what are your thoughts? How are you feeling? You thought the NPCs were great. Then we get to Mother and Julius. Mother and Julius are characters that I put so much work into. Here, I'll pull up their things again. Okay, so here is me and here's Julius. I have to kind of fix his mouth because look at how crazy it's going. It's like it's a little wild. It's a little too much, so I'm gonna like try and tone it down a little bit. But we'll see. But look at how just look at his smile. He's so sweet. Like he's like, "Hi ho, I hope you're okay." And then here I'll pull on Mother's. So something I can do is have my phone capture my face instead of my webcam, and that I can make this like more detailed, but that's gonna take time, and I almost wonder if it's not even worth it. Like as you can see, his head doesn't turn full left and right. I wanted to save myself some time so I can make a bunch of these for the NPCs. But as they all get completed, I think I'll go in and increase their functionality. Because I don't want to put in a bunch of work that ends up not being used. Here, I'm bringing Mother back so you can see Mother. Look, I didn't even draw the rest of her outfit because I know it's going to just be stuck right here. Here's Mother. This one I think looks really good. Look at her little eyebrows. Mother knows best, and Mother wants what's best for her girls. And if you do not pay the girls what they are owed, Mother will swat you with her fan. What kind of mother? Tiefling is Mother? So, okay, so do you want to hear some lore? Mother is not a tiefling. Mother is a pure-blooded succubus. And she's an ancient one. She is a very, very powerful creature. There are succubus-like tieflings that work at Mother's Love, but they are only partially tieflings or partially succubus. Like they have some succubus in their bloodline, but Mother is a pure-blooded, powerful old succubus, and the little seals on her horns, she puts them there to suppress her succubus aura so that she does not interfere with the work of her girls. So she has those because if she was just walking around, all of the customers would not be paying attention to the girls that actually work there. So she has those seals on there. If she ever wanted to, though, she could like pop them off and do some work. I'm saving that for a moment, though. A partial succubus is called an alu fiend. Thank you for that. I'm going to look that up so I can make sure to properly label, because there's a couple of those that work at the Mother's Love, actually. There's Megara, who is Salith's favorite courtesan. I'm going to make a VTube model of her, too. And her brother, Azazel, who is also, he's like an incubus, but not pure-blooded again. Like, Mother's the pure-blooded one. Gotta find the happy medium between functionality and how much time it takes to make the models. Yes, exactly. I'm sure you don't want to spend all your off time for an NPC, only party gloss over them. That would kind of suck. Yes, I definitely. So the first ones I made, I was like, I know for a fact that these NPCs are going to get a lot of screen time. So that's why I did Mother, and that's why I did Julius, and then I have Danica, I think is going to get one. I'm just going to start like adding them based on how much screen time they're getting. This one took me like 5 days to both draw and then animate. Julius took a little bit longer. Drawing it takes a long time because there's a lot of separation in the layers, and then animating the eyes doesn't take too long. They're jumping all over the place. I have to recalibrate this so it doesn't look so weird. The mouth is what takes the longest, actually, because I have to do all these different positions, like yeah, it's a lot. And I didn't even do like the V-bridger, which is like the cheek movements and stuff. I just skipped that completely. Megara is, so when we just decided Megara's name, I looked up like names of demon women on Google, and I just like listed a whole bunch of them. That might be named after the Fire Primordial. I took a whole bunch of names, and then I passed them with Elephane, because that was Elephane's NPC. I like the players to create their NPCs. Like, they give me the starting point, and then I take what they give me, and then I expand upon them. So Julius was created by Kurutsu, and then was fleshed out by me as a collaboration. Same with Danica. Danica was created by Buff Levin, and then I fleshed her out. I put the life into her. You like Meg? She's nice. Meg is nice. I don't know why. I just felt like Meg should be sweet. Maybe it's all an act because she is, trying to get paid. I'm so happy you like them. I like them too, because these are like my characters, and I get to play with the players. Wait till you guys meet Gaius. He might get one too soon. I've been purposely holding off your introduction to Gaius, though. Dawnbringer. Ha! She was child's play. Hi, Circuit. You're learning a lot about Tailspire. Been making a lot of minis too. Gotta make a website when you get the money that allows you to use your minis. That's awesome. I keep trying to learn Tailspire, but I never have time. Every time I sit down, I get distracted by something else. Yeah. So that's what's going on with this. I'm going to try to get better maps about Rosewood, but if you guys want to see kind of an example of the layout of how Rosewood is, you can check out the Discord. I posted it in one of those channels. I can't remember which one. But yeah, so this is kind of the setting for this first bit. Of course, the players could choose to leave Zelatar if that is something they want to eventually do. But for now, they're stuck here because it's expensive to leave, man. This is like this world, this city is what happens when demons practice late stage capitalism. That's what we're working with. You got hired to make the mini. What do you use to make the mini? Are you using like Hero Forge or Eldritch Forge or those? Or are you actually like in Blender making stuff? It's not really organized and lawful, though. Those are devils. This place is like a playground. It's like chaos. There is no law of the land. There's the rules that each gang makes for each of their territories, but it varies from gang to gang. So how things work in Rosewood is going to be very different than how they work down at the docks or down at the earthworks or, down at Jury Square with currency taxes. So taxes, no. So that was a misnomer. What's going on is so everyone likes to party, right? It's hedonism, it's decadence, it's luxury, at least at the higher level, because that's what Gratz likes. He likes pageantry, he likes hedonism, he likes celebration, he likes just indulging in all of your darkest fantasies. But things get expensive. So if somebody starts getting into debt by partying, running out of money, they can borrow money, but it comes with pretty unfair interest rates. And at some point, it's impossible for them to pay it off. And if that ever happens, your fate is to be sent to Fog Town. And that's like the worst fate that you could ever experience. If you go to Fog Town, you basically are forced into grueling labor to work it off. But because this is like supernatural, death is not a release. You're like in the gulag. Fogtown is a district of Zelatar. It is in the abyss, so it's not even on the material plane, but you can get sent there. In fact, that's Dane's kind of hustle. Sometimes if people don't pay up their debts, he will turn them in. He'll bring them in. So no, there's no taxes. Well, the gangs collect their cuts, so there's like those kinds of taxes. I'm doing air quotes right now. But no, this place doesn't have like a city structure. It is just a playground for demons. And you could argue that is a little structured, but Gratz is the most structured of any of the demon lords. But that's because he likes civilization, and for civilization to exist, you need a little bit of structure, but I would hardly call this lawful. Hardly. Interesting that the Fangbreakers seem to come from Yanagu land, but are so dominant in the Gratz outskirts. Can't wait to feel more. Yeah, so these, the Fangbreakers have only been in Zelatar for about 15 years, and it's their most not all of them, but the majority of them, at least all of them in Rosewood, are part of Gaius's gang from before they came to Zelatar. And Rosewood is only a small part of Zelatar. It's just big to the people who live there because that's all they know. But it's not even one of the bigger, more well-known districts. But yeah, Gaius brought in his whole crew. They all come from the Blood Plane. So imagine like Mad Max biker gangs that are constantly on the move. They're very nomadic and they just live in wild and free. Gaius went through some. I actually told this on, if you go to my TikTok, one of my most recent videos tells a little bit more about Gaius and how he used to be a gladiator living in the Blood Plane, and he was a very famous gladiator. But some stuff that happened that I'm not going to spoil because you'll find out about it in game. He ended up taking over that the gladiators. He like killed their master and started his own little family. And they eventually ended up here in Zelatar because he figured this is actually a good spot to set up a more permanent fighting pit, and just grew his little family. The biker gang is running the vault. Yeah, that's a really funny way to put it. But yeah, you could say that. You could say that. They were a biker gang. They're not biker gang. You know what I mean. They were like a rhinoceros gang. Oh, that's crazy, Landshark, because I've been posting a lot. They don't get seen very often, though. Like, my views are shit. Oh, well. Yeah, I post a lot about Buta on TikTok. Maybe that's why it's, like, too niche. Yeah, TikTok is doing the most. It's pretty obnoxious. I put all this work into videos, and it's like, why? But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so these Yanagu tieflings, you would not find them in the greater Zelatar, but there's a family of them, like several, like at least 20 of the gladiators. There's probably like 60. So there's like 60 to 100 fighters under Gaius, and then that fight regularly, plus ones that just do kind of other work. Everyone else in Rosewood is a Gratz tiefling, so if you see someone that's a hyena tiefling, you pretty much assume that they're one of Gaius's. It's not like 100%, but it's like pretty, you could assume that. Yeah, Adrian, same. It's wild. I don't know. Sometimes I'll get lucky and a video will go viral, and then nothing for like 20 videos. I'll like crack 300, 500, and then it's like, excuse me, I have 75,000 fucking followers. Why aren't they seeing this? Look at how my eyes are just freaking out. I need to fix that. Yeah, it is what it is. But you know what? Those who do watch the videos do find their way here, and then we make a little community, and it's pretty awesome. All right, I have been speaking long enough. We have to end the stream because I have to go spend time with my family. My in-laws are here, and I need to go visit. I'm so happy we got to do this. I'm so happy to be showing off all the things, and we will see you guys next week. We're also playing City of Blades on Friday. We just had a huge reveal. We just revealed that one character that's been searching for their sister, turns out the other player character was their sister all along. It was so crazy. It was so crazy and so cool. And you definitely want to come in for that. Yeah, I'm so glad you made it here. Good night, Flaza. Good night, everybody. Let me see. Is my sister streaming, by the way? Hang on. Oh, you know what? Cinder is
Medium.
streaming.
It's a free action.
Let's go ahead and host Cinderblock. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being here. You're all fucking awesome. I'll see you next week. I made a question channel in the Buta Discord. So if you have any Buta questions, go ahead and go there. I'll answer them there, but I also might like address them on stream next week. So cool. Let's go ahead and host Cinderblock. Cinderblock is doing homebrew review, so all of you rules lawyers are gonna love that. All right, guys, take care. Goodbye.